So then it's really only like it's like 5 seconds
Can I
behind.
mute the mic?
Yeah.
What is up, everybody? Welcome. We are live. It is Lightco Live, brand new edition. As you can see, we've got our awesome set built behind us. We've got a new producer tonight joining us behind the camera. Is my girlfriend. She is running the show, making all the tech happen. I'm super pumped. It's going to be an awesome night. I am over at Ginger Creek. I have to be honest with you guys. It's real weird over here. Typically, there's a lot of people here. I mean, at 6:30 on a Wednesday, typically, we're all downstairs high-fiving, making name tags, and it's pretty quiet. So the good news is that's great for live streaming and recording stuff. The bad news is I'm over here and you guys are not here. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I'm not upset about it. We've got an awesome night ahead of us tonight. We're going to play a brand new game that's going to need you guys to comment in the YouTube chat what you see on the screen, and the first person to get it is going to get a prize. We're also going to be playing Kahoot because that's a fan favorite. Our Kahoot tonight is Disney themed. It's going to be a blast because I know how many of you guys are like binging TV right now? Like you're watching movies, you're getting Netflix series all caught up, stuff you've been wanting to watch. Real quick in the comments, what are you guys watching on Netflix? Because I would love to know. I'm looking for new suggestions. Guilty. I see you guys. What should I be watching on Netflix? What is worth binging? Because I've got the time, honestly, guys. I'm playing a lot of video games. I'm polishing up my cooking skills. If you go to our YouTube channel, you'll see me fail at making tacos. It's not that bad, but off the screen, I was in the bathroom crying because I touched my eyeball after cutting up some peppers last night. So that was unpleasant. That was, my girlfriend can vouch for the fact that I was in serious pain. I was cutting up some serrano peppers and I chopped it and I did the whole like, it's going in the blender. And then later my eyes were watering and I went to rub them, and that was the worst pain I've ever experienced in my entire life, guys. It was so bad. So bad. All right. So what should we be binging? Stranger Things, The Simpsons, Netflix, Disenchantment. I don't know that one. Next week, before we dive into our game tonight, next week we are playing another brand new game because we're over here. We have a lot of new capabilities for what we're able to do. So next week, Andrea, my girlfriend, is going to join us, and we are going to play a game of What's in the Box. As you guys can see, this is a box, and there are little holes in the side that you reach your hand into. All right? Here we are, just chilling, hands in the box. The way the game is played is you hide something in the box, and we'll all be able to see what it is, but she won't be able to see what it is. So what I need to make this game awesome is some suggestions of things that we should hide in the box that she'll have to reach in and try and figure out what they are without being able to see it. Things like ideas I already have are like a cactus, like maybe a stuffed animal, maybe, I don't know, gummy worms drenched in like not hand sanitizer, that's too valuable, in pudding or something like that. So I would love some suggestions. Ouch. Rob says, Rob, how are you, sir? It is good to see you. My beard. I don't know how I'm going to put my beard in that box. That would be absolutely terrifying. I would just, I guess, have my face in there. I don't know how that would work. Anyway, we've got an awesome night ahead of us. I'm super pumped. The first game that we are playing tonight is called Pixelate. All right? And what you're going to have to do, once this next screen comes up, we've got 8 different colorful candies. And when something is pixelated, that means that the computer looks at the graphic and makes it, it blows it up and divides it into single color elements, right? So the first screen you're going to see is going to have like 8 or 10 colors on it. It's super pixelated. And then as the game progresses, your job is to try and guess what the candy is. At first, it's going to be basically impossible because it's going to be so pixelated. But after a couple seconds go by, we're going to change the level, and the first person to guess in the comments is going to win that round. We've got a couple rounds. These are some of my all-time favorite snacks. So I hope that... this is for students, leaders, everybody. Let's get it. I think we are ready to jump into this first game. So here we go. As you can see now on your screen, what candy is that? I don't know. Maybe let's keep this moving. All right, so there's more colors, more people. Oranges, Jolly Rancher, jelly beans. We're moving in. Okay, it's going pretty quickly. Candy corn. I can't see. There's a little sliver on the edge that's not pixelated. What is that? It's not jelly beans. This is... it's getting more clear. Anybody? Skittles. Close. I think. I can't really tell. Oh, how many more? Oh, there's still a couple more. Couple more levels. Oh my gosh. What is that? Are those Tutti Fruities? Fruity Tooties? Microsoft. Gummy bears. I see one right there. Let's go all the way. It is indeed gummy bears. Nice job. Who was that? Is that Darren or is that Ryan? Nice job, Ryan, whoever is playing on that profile. You got that first one right. Keep track of how many you win. Nice job, Darren. Keep track of how many you win. And of the candies that we are going through tonight, when we finally get back together, the person who wins the most rounds is going to get this candy at the snack bar for free. All right? So we are playing technically for free snack bar, but it's like who knows how long from now. So just hang in there. Darren, you've got 1 point. We're on to the next round. That's got to be black licorice, right? It's something. I don't know. Jelly beans. It's not jelly beans. What other... Oh, there we go. I think we got one right there, did we?
Yeah.
M&M's was the correct answer. Becca scoring a point. Nice job, Becca. M&M's was the correct answer. No worries, Jared. I'm a big fan of old candy, Rob. That's awesome. All right, let's move on to the next one. So Becca's got 1 point for M&M's, and Darren has 1 point for, I think it was gummy bears that we just did. All right. I don't know. That's the most pastel looking. Are these like Peeps or something like that? Next round. No. I have no idea. Sweet Tarts, gummy worms, Skittles, Smarties. That's a good color. That's a great guess, Josh. That's incorrect, but that's great based on the color. Diego, we are playing a game where you have to guess what the candy is that's on the screen. We're going to play a couple games tonight. This first game is called Pixelate, and you have to guess what the candy is as it gets less and less pixelated. The first person to guess it wins a point. The person with the most points at the end wins their candy of choice from this list at Snack Bar when we get back together. We've got one more. No one has gotten it right yet. Who is going to get it? What are those? Gummy worms, candy hearts, gumballs, gummy worms, jelly beans, gummy worms, Skittles. Somebody get this right, please. we are looking for Sour Patch Kids. Did anyone get that one right? No, nobody got that one right. Sour Patch Kids was what we were looking for. That was a really hard one because all the colors were really the same. All right, we've got a couple more here. Still only peeps from Ryan. Who eats those? Gumballs or Sour Patch Kids? Sour Patch Kids are amazing. I don't know what you're talking about. Those are the best sour candy aside from Albany's sour gummy bears or sour gummy worms. All right, next round. Let's see what we got. We're already a couple of pixelation levels in. I have no clue. While we're waiting for this one to depixelate, guys, here's what you guys need to do. Go ahead and share this with your Lightco friends who are not in here. We've got several people in here right now. This is awesome. Lots of people playing, lots of people commenting. But later, we're going to go into small groups. So it's a great chance for you guys to reconnect with your small groups that we had at Lightco. So if you are 6th grade girls, 7th and 8th grade girls, 6th grade guys, 7th and 8th grade guys, reach out to the other people that are not here and get them here, because it would be great to hang with them for a little bit. It would be great to catch up with them in our small groups later tonight. I'll explain more about that as we get closer. Peeps, is that it right there? Did we get one? Mm-hmm. Boom! Josh Carter with a gummy worms. Gummy worms for the win. Nice job. Josh is on the board with a point. Way to go, sir. Let's see. I think we don't have a winner yet, so we have to at least go until someone gets 2 correct before we shift gears and go over to Kahoot. What did Ryan say? Swedish fish, I bet is what that is. Yes. All right, next one. Here we go. Super pixelated. My repetitive ways forgave me. Yes, if you comment the same candy over and over again, the odds are good that we will get it at some point tonight. All right, we've got lots of pixels. So many different colors this time. That's crazy. Skittles. Abram said Skittles twice in a row. Abram. We got one? Mm-hmm. Boom, nice job. Jelly beans for the win. So Darren now has 2 points. Nice job, right? Darren won that one. Unless that was Ryan. Whoever wants to claim that over there, if it was Darren or Ryan. So Darren's got 2 points. Let's do 2 more. Do we have 2 more? Mm-hmm. I like what you're thinking there. This one, my thinking is that Rob Ross is going to get this one correct. Was that Ryan? Is that what I hear? Ryan got that one right? So Ryan has 1, Darren has 1, Josh has 1, and Becca has 1 point. Wow. All right. My money is on Rob Ross for this one. I think that he might be the only one who knows. Oh, gotcha, Ryan. Okay, gotcha. So Darren does have 2 points. Rob might be the only one who knows what these are. I gotcha, Ryan. There we go. That was Darren. I appreciate the signing there. Pop Rocks. This one's going to be hard. Like, I had to look up what these were. These are very much
Someone referenced it earlier. I didn't say the name.
Oh, interesting. Mm-hmm. These would definitely be a candy that you would get from one of those, in the mall, you put a quarter in, you turn the dial, and then you get the candy that spins out. These would be in one of those containers, those jars in the mall. Candy fruits. I don't think that cuts it. I don't think that's specific enough. They do have a name. Gumball. I don't know the name. Gumball. Fruit candies. There is a name for these. What is it? It is right there. Oh my goodness, bottle caps. No. How many more levels do we have? Is there one more?
One and then the final.
Okay, let's go one more. See what we got. That's almost harder than the last one. Nerds, bottle caps, sprees. What are these? Runts, there it is. Runts, nice job. I'm guessing that's Maddie and Hannah, but I am not sure. Those are indeed runts. So we've got one more, right? We've got one more. All right. Last one here. If we do have a tie, Josh said, "Are you serious?" I know those were what you were talking about, Josh, but you got to have the right name. You got to be specific. Those were runts. Those are a classic candy. I don't know how long those have been around, but they've been around. I mean, they probably have never changed out those dispensers in the mall. They've been there forever. And they're just the same ones from long ago. All right, this is our last round here. Maddie and Hannah have a point. Darren has 2 points. Josh has a point. Becca has a point. I think that's everyone. I might be missing someone. I have some in my Easter basket. They had no name on them. Sorry, Darren. Just because they lost their right to the creative design of their candy years ago doesn't mean we're just calling them the So Rob, this particular game is the colorful candy pixelated edition.
This
So
one's gonna be hard too, I think.
yeah, this
Someone
one will
did
be
say
hard.
earlier.
We did have M&Ms earlier, Rob, so we were kind of in that same space, but very much, maybe we'll do a chocolate candy edition next week or something. Or there's so many different games we can play with this. All right, couple of levels left. We are looking at Jujubes? Jujubes, what are those? Do you know what Jujubes are, Andrea?
Yes, they are shaped like gumdrops, but they're not.
So they're like pretend gumdrops?
Yeah. So that we only have one more of these to go.
Dots? Are they dots? They're not dots. What are these?
Someone said it earlier. It's also one that you like. It's not something you would go to buy on purpose.
So it's an accidental purchase? It's like
It's similar to sweet tarts,
similar to sweet
like in
tarts.
shape.
So if you got a package of sweet tarts kind of quickly and didn't look at the package, you might accidentally purchase these instead.
Mm-hmm. Do you agree with me?
I do absolutely
Yeah.
agree with you.
They also are in those machines at the mall.
Yeah, same place. You would get them in the same
Mhm.
place.
They taste good, but like you forget about them.
Nerds, Smarties. You're
It's-
so close. It's
Someone
so
did say
similar.
this earlier in the comments.
Yeah,
It
I
was
remember
mentioned.
seeing that. I'm pretty sure all these candies are made by the
I
same
have one more
company.
to go before it.
The disgusting Smarties. No, Gumball, Smarties. No. Smarties is not the correct answer, friends. We have, that one's even harder.
It is not bottle cap.
Not bottle caps, sweet tarts, M&Ms. What letter does it start with?
An S.
It does start with an S. The name starts with an S. What are we looking for here? We are looking for... Someone get it, please. I want to give away points. Nasties from Ryan. Skittles. Not Skittles. Not
Come on,
Nasties.
guys.
You guys can do this. I
Someone
believe
did
in
mention
you.
it earlier.
Sweethearts. Sweet tarts. Oh my goodness, you guys are so close. So close.
I have faith.
What's the second letter?
A P.
SP are the first two letters. SP.
Do they not eat these anymore?
Real food. Spree. There it is.
Yes.
Maddie and Hannah have tied Darren, so both of you guys are going to get Spree. Both of you guys are going to get pick out on here what it is you guys want from this list that we went through. Those were sprees. And then message us either like on Instagram or Facebook, or just have your parents text us what it is you want from that. And when we get back together, we will have those for you in the snack bar for free. All right, Josh, I believe that this next game has your name all over it. You're saying you don't win anything. Here we go. It is time for Kahoot. So, you guys know the drill. Make sure you can still see the live stream, and you are headed to kahoot.it, and then you want to type in that game pin 2910638 to get into our game. Once we have a critical mass in, we will get started. Thank you, Diego. I really appreciate it. Bonus points for anyone that can name. Hey, Sailor, how you doing? We just started Kahoot, so jump into our room. Now we've got 3. Don't start until we probably have 8 to 10, let's say, somewhere in there, because I've got 1 viewer, you've got 1 viewer. I don't think I'm viewing over here, but anyway. We have 16 people watching right now. That is awesome. Sailor, it is good to see you. Diego, if anyone knows, if you can put the, leave it on Kahoot. I'm just kidding. Bonus points if you know what room in church this studio is set up in. Real quick, pop back to the preaching one. As you can see behind me, we've got a nice palette board. We've got some lights on the 2 sides. We've got our red side and our green side. So you can switch back to Kahoot because people will be jumping in there. What room are we in? We have 5 watching at our house right now. All right, Eric. Zone 23. That is correct, Abram. We are in 20, and Darren got it right. Beach room, stage in the basement. It is not the stage in the basement, but I really appreciate that you thought that the stage in the basement looked this cool. That means a lot to me, Josiah. We are in zone 23, so we've got 11 people in. We are going to start this game at 6:54. 6:54. So you've got a little bit of time. If you're not in yet, go ahead and get in the game. Producer Andrea, can you hit that mute button on the, not on the mic, on the Kahoot? Okay, perfect. It's already muted.
Already been there, done that.
Been there. She is on top of things. Guys, make some noise in the chat for our producer over here. It is zoomed in a lot. You can't see much. Well, right now you don't need to see anything. You should be okay. Can you scroll in the Kahoot to see what people's names are? Hey, in the chat, what does that look like on your screen? Oh, it looks kind of okay. Let's see. Yes, I love that, Eric. Let's work on getting the stage down in the basement to look that good. Let's go. I love the claps for our producer. She is killing it. It is 6:53. We'll start this game in 1 minute. We've got 12 people in the game. That's what I'm talking about. It is zoomed in. So I think that's our best option right there that you're on. Once we maximize it, I think it gets messed up on our stream. So at 6:54, we're going to start this game. If we start and we're not able to see the questions, we'll fix it over here and get it sorted out. But I think we've got 12 people in, and then this I should have mentioned. This game is all Disney themed. All of our questions are themed on Disney questions. We are starting right now. Here we go. Disney. Boom. 3, 2, 1, go. Who is this? You'll see her in just a second. Or him. Who is that? Is that Carl? Is that Ratatouille? Or is that the rat? These are easy. You guys should get all of these right. Kahoot is about answering quickly. Darren, the max on players in is 1,000. So, yes, technically there is a max, but we are not there yet. We have a little ways to go. Hey, Hey, Sailor, I know you had some trouble last week. Are you able to get into our game this week? Only 3 people got that right. We were looking for Ratatouille. Carl was the incorrect answer. We were looking for the rat there. Darren, nice job. We got you with the trick question. What is that guy's name? Jacques? Is this Jacques, Bruno, Gus, or the Fat Mouse? Yeah, there is some dispute on that last answer. We're off to a good start, but just hold it with some flexibility. Let me see if I can figure out. Guy, his name was, okay, so Remy was the rat, and then
There's, oh,
Lou Romano was Alfredo Linguini, a young garbage boy who befriends Remy. So that was not Carl. All right. I lost track of where we were at because I was trying to track down that answer. Who is this? Dumbo, big ears, the elephant. 8 answers in. Everyone got that right. Nice job, everybody. And remember, Kahoot is all about speed. Kahoot is all about getting it right quickly and efficiently. All right, 4 out of 20. Who is this? Oh, this is from, what movie is this from? I know this one. This is, what's the name of this movie? Is it Monsters vs. Aliens? No, it's not Monsters vs. Aliens, is it? It's Home. That's what it is. That's what it is. You're right. You're right. Eric with 3 in a row. Look at that. Sailor! Glad to see you got in the game, Sailor. All right, on to the next question. 5 out of 20. Guys, I apologize for the resolution issues as we have to scroll. That is my fault on the setup. Because we are over at church, we're able to stream at a higher picture quality, which is awesome because the internet is much better over here than at my apartment. I did some streaming over there. I even did some streaming at my girlfriend's apartment, and the Wi-Fi here is just blazing fast, except when everyone is here trying to use it at the same time. So Sailor staying on top, taking care of business. Moving on to the next question. So that's why the resolution is goofed up. So that's what I was trying to say. Oh, who is that? Rufus, Jake, the pink guy, or the rat? Confession time, guys. The star of that TV show is Kim Possible, right? And that was my childhood crush. As I was probably a little kid, that was the show on TV that I was like, Kim Possible, let's go. Oh, this is deceiving. Are they The Incredibles, or Big Hero 5? That's a deceiving question. I apologize, guys. I did not make this quiz. But everyone got it right. They're The Incredibles. If it was Incredibles, I think we would have had a riot. We would have had an absolute riot, wouldn't we have, producer Andrea?
yes, sir.
All right. Sailor staying on top. She's got a 1,000-point lead, guys. Nice job, Sailor. Nope, no fooling this group. That is correct. All right, Bashful, Grumpy, a dwarf, or Sleepy? This is, of course, from Sleeping Beauty. That was Grumpy. I thought that would be a tricky question. Everyone got that right. and everyone is blazing fast. As we're making stuff happen over here, guys, this is the lowest lag we have ever had while streaming. The lag is right about, it looks like 6 seconds. We have 6 seconds of lag, which is like, that's unheard of compared to what we were doing at the beginning. The first night we streamed, we had about 30 seconds of lag.
Sailor has an highest answer sheet, 8.
Let's go, Sailor! Sailor is crushing it right now. My goodness. Halfway done, and Sailor has amassed a 1,400 point lead.
I have no clue who this kid is.
Yeah, I
Who's he
don't.
from?
I don't. Yeah, what in the chat?
Is this Phineas and
I bet it's
Ferb?
Phineas and Ferb. Becca is so upset. What is this guy from? What is his name and what show is he from? Okay, so he's
Brigitte?
Sebastian is the crab.
They're right. Sebastian is the crab.
Becca, apologies. Diego, apologies. I didn't make this quiz. Next time I'm going to have to proof the questions. Sailor, did she get that one wrong? I couldn't tell. I wasn't.
She's still ahead.
She's still in first place. It's all right, Sailor. Your winning streak is over, or your correct streak is over, but you still are in first place. Russell. Nice job, everybody. Oh, no. Sailor drops out of first. That was Russell from the movie Up. Darren with 7 in a row. Nice job, sir. Sailor, you're still right there. You are right there. You got to right the ship. Who is this? Kristoff, Olaf, Hans, or Prince Hans? This is from the movie Frozen, if you can't see from the copyright thing there in the lower left corner. That was Kristoff. He's the guy with the elk. He has his friends with the elk and everything. Right? Is he a moose? An elk? He's a reindeer.
It's a reindeer.
That's what he is. He's a reindeer. Oh, yes. Here we go. Is this Lilo or is this Stitch? From the movie Lilo and Stitch. This was one of my favorite movies as a kid, guys. This movie probably had too much of a formative impact on me as a child. Stitch was and probably still is my spirit animal.
Can you quote the movie?
What? Can I quote the movie?
Yeah, do you know any quotes from the movie?
Ohana means family. Mm-hmm. Family means nobody gets left behind. Wow. Did you say Lilo? Oh, Eric, I'm so disappointed. No. Is this Maui or Moana? This is a more modern one. That, of course, is Maui. Moana is the princess. Goodness gracious, guys. We gotta step it up. Here we go. Where are we at on our leaderboard? Abram creeping up there. Darren Sailor is hanging in there. She's still in the top 5. Who is this? Peter Pan, Tinkerbell and Peter Pan, or Tinkerbell? This is one of those tricky ones that if you go too fast, you could miss it. That was, of course, Tinkerbell. Guys, Tinkerbell was in the picture. Tinkerbell is right there in the picture, guys. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, Tinkerbell was right there. Darren, way to be paying attention. That was good. Those were there's a couple of tricky ones. Donald Trump. Oh my gosh. Is this Donald Trump, Donald Duck, Daffy, or Goofy? I actually don't know.
You don't know who that is?
It was Donald Duck, obviously. Obviously Donald Duck. Moving on. Everyone got that right. Let's see where we're at with our scoreboard. Maddie and Hannah, J to the K. Abram, Darren still there. Sailor also still there. Couple questions left. 4 questions left. Who is this? Oh, is this Celia, Sully, Roz, or Sally? This is obviously from Monsters, Inc. This is Mike's girlfriend. What is her name? You're all right, Joshua. It was a trick question. Lots of people stumbled on that one. That one was Celia. Darren, J to the K. I'm guessing that's Josh Carther. Darren is right there. Maddie and Hannah are right there. Abram is right there. Sailor has some work to do, but could still get into the top 3, maybe even win. Who is this? Nala, Puma, Simba, or Jenna?
Obviously, Jenna.
Yes, clearly Jenna. Clearly Jenna. Again, answer quickly to get more points. Nala from The Lion King. Classic movie. Classic. Diego is back with an answer streak of 3. J to the K. Everyone got that question right. Nice job, everybody. Josh, remember when you were talking about you never win anything? You have a 400-point lead going into the last 2 questions. Who is this? Perry the Platypus, Perry, or Agent P? I have no idea. If this is another one.
It's a trick one.
If this is.
What?
Oh my goodness. The producer is disputing that question. Maddie and Hannah jump J to the K
Is he Agent P when his detective hat is on?
I don't know. I don't know what show that was from.
Phineas and Ferb.
That's from Phineas and Ferb?
Obviously.
Okay. Last question, 100 points. Who is this? The American Family or The Replacements? I don't know this show, guys.
I watched this. Was this? I don't know. I don't remember the show.
The Weiss girls aren't in dispute. He has a hat on there.
I trust their judgment.
I think that's absolutely right because he has a hat on that makes him Agent P. All right. The final results. In 3rd place, Darren. Nice job, sir. 16 out of 20 is awesome. J to the K in 2nd, and Maddie and right? I can't see. M&H Weiss in 1st place. Abram and Sailor as runners up. Josh, what happened? Josh in 2nd place. Tell you what, sir. I will, because you were right there the whole time in 2nd place, and the Weisses already won free snack bar. I'll hook you up with some free snack bar when we get back together as well. So we're going to play potentially some more Kahoot later, but right now we're going to shift gears. And tonight we are incorporating media back into what we're doing because a couple weeks ago, remember our YouTube stream got shut down by YouTube because it said we violated the rights, but really we had some Spotify music playing in the background. And so YouTube looks for those things and shuts it down. So tonight we also have some media elements, but I think we have it figured out so that it won't get taken down. If it does get taken down, it's been great hanging with you guys, and we'll see you next week. But go ahead, check out this video. This is a story from a school in Texas, and just kind of how some students had an interesting opportunity to serve a rival school. So go ahead and check this out. You can cue that up, producer Andrea, and give it a watch.
Something amazing happened the other day at a basketball game, but if you keep your eye on the ball, you're going to miss it because it didn't happen on the court. It happened in the stands. Here's Steve Hartman on the road.
Teamwork on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Teamwork. If you're a fan of high school basketball, you're not alone. But if you're a fan of the Gainesville Tornadoes in Gainesville, Texas, then you are alone.
Usually, our fan base was close to 0.
My parents came one game, but they didn't come to the other ones because they didn't have time.
It's frozen on. Da 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 da. Yeah. Exit out of that. No, go ahead and just exit out of it. And let's see.
No, it's not.
Is it back?
The
All right,
other
let's try it again.
students at Gainesville don't come to the games
Wow.
either,
That was
mostly
interesting.
because they can't get out. This is a juvenile correction facility for felony offenders. And one of the few perks here, for very good behavior, is a chance to leave the prison a few times a year to play basketball. They play against private schools like Vanguard College Prep in Waco. And it was before that recent matchup that two Vanguard players announced they weren't going to play against a team with no fans.
No one likes playing in an empty gym.
But isn't that supposed to be a good thing for you? You don't have the other fans cheering against you?
I guess, but it just seems weird, you know? It just didn't seem right.
Well, goodness gracious, maybe we don't have things figured out. Apparently, our Wi-Fi capabilities can't handle streaming all the things all at once. So, basically, I'll recap that story for you. You guys are all back, right? Perfect. Maybe we can make some songs for Ken. That's a cool idea. I like that. So here's what happened in that video. I'll recap for you guys. There was a school in Texas that was in a juvenile facility, right? So kids who get in trouble go to this juvenile facility, and it's essentially prison. But then if they're on really good behavior, they can still go and play sports, right? The problem is when they would go and play these games, there would be no fans. There would be no fans for them on their side. And it would just be them playing against these prep schools with these huge packed out arenas. And then on their side, it's just completely empty, right? So then these kids at this prep school had this idea, how can we serve these kids and love these kids when they come to our school? And they went to their athletic director, and he reached out to the prison. And so when the kids from the juvenile facility showed up, they had all of their fans from the prep school cheering for the students from the juvenile facility. And they were going nuts. They went all out. They made a receiving tunnel for them. They made signs. Their cheerleaders made up cheers for the other team. They went all out. And so this video shows the impact that had not only on the the players in that game, but that had ripple effects to their entire juvenile facility. It had ripple effects to their families because these kids felt seen, they felt cared about, and they felt loved. So that was just kind of a story to get us kicked off as we spend a little bit of time tonight looking at a couple of passages and how we can serve and reach out to our community around us. So I'm going to go ahead and pray, and then we're going to dive into our lesson tonight. Will you guys bow your heads with me? Lord, thank you for bringing us together tonight. Thank you for giving us all an opportunity to tune into YouTube and play some games together and have some fun. And I pray that you would give me your words to speak tonight, that you would help me to share your love with our students who are here, but also that they would see the love you have for our community and the world all around us. We love you, and in Jesus' name, amen. Real quick before we move on, one way that someone could serve me would be figure out how to give me a haircut. Guys, it is bad. It is all of maybe what we should do is this upcoming weekend would have been Swarm Weekend, right? Maybe we should cut my hair live as some kind of replacement for Swarm. We do my haircut live. We do a mohawk or something crazy like that. I don't know. Just an idea. So tonight, we are technically finishing up a series that we've been jumping around in for the last couple weeks. We went off our regular schedule last week because it was Holy Week. It was Easter on Sunday. We had Good Friday services, Maundy Thursday services. If you haven't watched those, you can still go back and watch those on this YouTube channel. But we're jumping back into talking about how we can serve our community and the people around us. So I don't really want to turn to it because many of you guys know this story. All right. But in Luke, I believe it's chapter 10. I had it, and then I'm reading from a different passage tonight too. Jesus tells a parable, and it's the parable of the Good Samaritan, right? And I talk about the parable of the Good Samaritan all the time because it's one of my favorite parables. It's this story where Jesus is confronting the Pharisees about the way that they viewed the world, and they viewed the law, and they viewed themselves. And so as Jesus is telling this story, he looks at the religious elite, he looks at the rich, and then he looks at the marginalized. He looks at the people that are the least of these and the people that are not viewed as having any worth. And he, through the course of the story, shows how God sees the world and how we should love each other. The Samaritan goes, and he is the one that picks up the man that's been beaten on the side of the road. He picks him up, puts him on his own horse, and leads him to the next town where he pays for his hospital. He pays for him to have his needs met and to be cared for, right? And that's one of my favorite stories for a couple of reasons. Firstly, because it reveals God's heart for serving and compassion towards all people, right? The person that's beat up is a Jew. He's a person that belonged in society. And so that's a person that everyone in that story should have wanted to care for. And it's a person that we see over the course of Jesus's life that obviously, and over the course of the whole Bible, obviously God cares for his people, right? But then as we read into the story and we start to learn more about the Samaritans and what made them marginalized and why they were ostracized, what does that word ostracized mean? Someone in the chat really quick explain that. Ostracized. While those people are being treated that way, those are the people that Jesus chooses to lift up as the hero in this story, right? So God doesn't just care about the people that we should love and the people that deserve our time and our compassion and our affection, but God also cares about the people that are isolated, that nobody wanted them, that they're ignored or rejected or left in the open, right? That you guys just said in the chat. That's how God cares for everyone. And so as we look at this story, what I want you guys to start thinking about is, what about this world that we live in right now? Okay, we are sheltered in place. We're not going to school. We can't come to youth group. Swarm has been canceled. All of this stuff is changing, but there are people all around us that need our help. Maybe you guys know about them, maybe not. If you do know of people that you've bumped into or you've heard about that need help, mention them in the chat, because I would love to hear some stories about maybe ways that you guys have helped or situations that you've bumped into where people need help, right? But here's a couple of examples, right? There are so many families, adults who aren't able to work right now, who aren't able to go to their jobs and work to provide for their families, right? There are people that are obviously sick. There are people that have the coronavirus that are in dire medical condition. There are people that are struggling in so many different ways that really our society is overwhelmed with the amount of need that is all around us. So what I want to challenge you guys is what the Samaritan did in this situation is he just jumped in and he did what he could. It wasn't a life, it wasn't like a thing that he was called to, a huge endeavor. It wasn't like, wow, I'm going to be this type of person. I'm going to start this ministry or go do this thing. He just was living his life. It was a small act of helping one person where he jumped in and he served and he loved. And that changed one person's life. That's how God loves us. When we are broken, when we are hurting, when we have this pain all around us, God stepped in and loved each and every one of us. And that's how he calls us to love, is just like the Samaritan, to love that one person that's closest to you. But then he goes on, and as we move into the gospel, out of the Gospels and into the book of Acts, I want to read a story for you guys. This is after the church has started, okay? And I want to challenge you to think about what we might be able to do as Lightco. All right, so there's that one. You can start as yourself and just jump in, just do something like the Good Samaritan. But then what happens when a community, when a body of Christ followers band together and start to serve together? All right, this is in Acts chapter 2, starting in verse 42. They devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and to fellowship, to the breaking of bread and to prayer. Everyone was filled with awe at the many wonders and signs performed by the apostles. So amazing things are happening, right? Miracles, people are being saved. Awesome stuff is going down. It's amazing to be in the church in this moment. And then here it goes. Are you ready? All the believers were together and had everything in common. They sold property and possessions to give to anyone who had need. Anyone who had need. Now, this isn't guys, there's a cardinal that flew and he's sitting on the window right now. It's beautiful. Oh my goodness. Wow. ADD moment. He's just looking at me. Do you see that, Producer Andrea? That's incredible. All right.
Can I take a picture of it?
Please do. I would love. Oh, he's going to fly away. All right. So, bringing it back together. Oh, he's gone. Oh, he's back. All right. I got to focus, guys. The believers in Acts, right, in the early church, held everything in common, and they gave so that they could meet the needs of the people. They could meet the needs of everyone in their church. And so it goes on, it says, every day they continued to meet together in the temple courts. They broke bread in their homes and ate together with glad and sincere hearts, praising God and enjoying the favor of all the people. And the Lord added to their number daily those who were being saved. They go and they devote themselves to following Christ. They devote themselves to Scripture, and they give, they serve, they love people in their community, and blessing is poured out on this church. It says they broke bread in their homes and ate together with glad and sincere hearts, praising God and enjoying the favor of all the people. Guys, when we follow Christ as a community, and we give as a community, and we serve as a community, God blesses not just our body, but he blesses the entire community that we live in. And right now, that is more important than ever. When we have the city of Aurora, where there is the second largest homeless shelter in the state, right? Hesed House. We have Wayside Cross. We have all of these ministries that help people. But right now, people are hurting more than ever. So as Lightco, particularly, what does it look like to love and serve all of the people in our community? That's what I want you guys to think about. And then real quick, before we start to wrap things up tonight and head into our groups, which I'll talk about in a minute, starting now as a middle schooler, this is kind of an interesting thought, all right? Imagine with me what would happen if every day you helped one person. Just one person, different person every day. You just jumped in and helped one person. All right. How many people is that in a month? Easy math, right? Let's say it's a 30-day month. That's 30 people. Just maybe it's the same people a couple times. Maybe it's a different person. Maybe it's unloading the dishwasher for your parents. Maybe it's volunteering to do the laundry or wash the dishes or go on a walk with a dog or babysit your younger sibling. I don't know what it is, but you're serving one person. in your house or in your community every day. That's 30 people over the course of a month, right? Well, what if you did one person every day for a year? How many days are in a year? Somebody help me out, because I was homeschooled, so I need a little bit of extra assistance. Homeschoolers in the chat, I know you guys were better homeschooled than I was homeschooled, so help me out. Hey, all right. Dishes, preach it, Ken. So 365, right? So that would be 365 people or situations where you jumped in and helped. Now we're starting to talk about a bigger impact, right? If we're talking about one thing every day, that maybe has, at the best case scenario, the type of impact that the Good Samaritan had on the person beaten on the side of the road. In the most mundane scenario, you empty the dishwasher for your parents, and it's a little bit of a load lightened on them, right? Well, even if you add up 365 and a quarter days, that's 365 opportunities to help and bless people. Well, what if you go and do that until you graduate high school? So that would be, I need your help with some math here. Let's say you're in 6th grade. So 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade. So 6 times 365. Somebody do the math for me in the chat. 6 times 365 would be, is that right? 3,810. Are we still going strong over there? I'm buffering over here.
Oh, I think, are you fine now?
Oh, are we back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe it's just my computer. Can you guys still hear me in the chat? So it's 2,000, or is it 3,810 or 2,190? I used a calculator. You start one grade. Anyway, we're going with 2,190, right? So let's say that is 2,190 interactions with maybe some of the same people. Maybe it's people in your school. Maybe it's people in your community. But every day you made a commitment to help one person. Now we're starting to see this massive, substantial amount of impact that you are making in your community, in your school, and in your family. Now, walk this out with me. What if you made a commitment to help one person, big or small, every day for the next 20 years? So that would be 365 times 10 would be 3,650, plus 3,650 would be 7,300 different opportunities to love people, to serve your community. Guys, here's what I'm trying to say. Getting to that point where you're making a massive impact starts with one little action every day. It starts by doing one thing, one opportunity to love people, to serve the people around you, to jump in and make an impact. One little thing. And God is going to use you to transform your school, to transform your community, and make an incredible impact in your heart, but also in the community all around you. So here is what I want to challenge you guys to, all right? Between now and next Wednesday, how many of you guys will do one thing every day? Bare minimum, something outside of what's expected of you. Serve and love your parents and your family, maybe your neighbors, if you're able to do it safely, one time every day. How many of you guys can do that? Anybody? I'm going to do that. It will be easy. It'll be hard. It depends on what you choose to do. But that is what serving and loving looks like. And if you will start to do that as a middle schooler, and you will start to follow Christ in that way, He will grow in your heart, grow in your life. If you will pursue Christ in the midst of the coronavirus and serve the people around you, you will see God do incredible things through you. I love that, guys. Lots of people jumping in. Here's what Josh Carther says 50-50. Here is what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to come back next week. And I want to give you guys the opportunity to share some of what you guys saw and what you guys did. So I will be looking for stories. I'll be looking for ways that you saw God move and ways that you jumped in and helped. Before we move into our small groups tonight, what I would, I'm just going to let you guys know how that's going to work. In the info in the chat, all right? You guys, how many guys are here right now and how many girls are here? Students, particularly. How many guy students, how many girl students are here tonight? There's 14. So, guys, here's the situation. This is going to be complicated. I'll try my best. Me and Hannah, 2 girls, Abram, Josiah. We're about to split into small groups. So, guys, everyone is going to go into, for the boys, everyone is going to go into the 6th grade boys group. If you see that down there, all of the guys are going into 6th grade boys. All of the girls, you guys are going into 6th grade girls. Don't worry, it doesn't mean anything, but those are the groups you guys have already joined. All right? So jump into those 2 groups. Don't go yet, but when I dismiss you, you're going to check in with each other, do happy crappies, highs and lows, whatever you guys want to call them, and then you are going to answer this question. Super easy, super simple. How are you going to serve your family and your neighbors this week? Super easy, super simple. How are you going to serve your family and your neighbors this week? Before we go, I have a couple of announcements, all right? So buckle up. Here we go. We got some doozies, all right? Next week, we will be back here. We're going to play new games. Like I said, it's going to be awesome. Don't miss next week. Continue to invite your friends, guys. There is an awesome group of you guys gathering every single week and playing games with us, having a great time. But there are so many of our Lightco friends that haven't checked out Lightco Live yet. So reach out to them, get them plugged in, and let's keep our group going strong as together as we can. We're thinking about people like Jory, Annie. There's so many guys, right? Luke Feltner. Gosh, I'm drawing a blank on so many names right now. But you guys know the people in your group. So reach out to them and get them plugged in. Also, make sure you guys are subscribed to this YouTube page. And if you're on social media, go find us under Ginger Creek Students on Instagram and on Facebook. We would love to connect with you on there. That's where we publish a lot of our content every single day. Last announcement before we go to our groups. This summer, we had a lot of plans. And then the coronavirus happened. So we announced earlier this week that we are not going to be able to go to Generate this summer. We're not going to be able to go over to Wheaton because Wheaton and our friends at YM360 have canceled Generate. So here's what that does mean, and here's what it doesn't mean. What it does mean is we won't be going to Wheaton College for summer camp, which is incredibly sad. What it doesn't mean is that we won't do anything at all. All right. So I am in the process of exploring some options for camp. We will do something this summer. Best case scenario, we'll do like a combination of Swarm and Generate here at Ginger Creek if we're able to gather together. If we're not, in a worst case scenario, I'm going to put together an online camp experience where you guys are going to be able to gather with your friends, gather virtually, and we'll play tons of games, worship together. It'll be great. we will do something this summer. My computer over here died. Are there comments over there?
Mostly just sad faces.
Yeah, it's a huge sad, guys. Here is what I need you guys to do, though. Our friends at YM360 are devastated by this. I'm devastated by this. But the group at YM360 that puts on Generate is so sad because this is the highlight of their ministry. This is what they exist to do. So if you've been to Generate or you were excited to go to Generate, I would love if you guys would put together a 30-second video just encouraging our friends at YM360, our friends at Generate, and maybe sharing your favorite camp memory or what you were most excited about. I'll put that video together and send that to them because these are people that we can serve. Making an encouraging video for them would be an easy way to serve them and love them. So maybe that's your thing for today. Maybe it's your thing for tomorrow. But I need your help because I would love to encourage our friends over there. We've known them for a long time. They're awesome people, but they're really hurting right now. All right, tons of announcements. I'm done with that. You guys are going to your small groups. I'll dismiss you in just a second. Do highs and lows, happy crappies. Remember, we're in those two groups, one group for girls, one group for guys. And then happy crappies. And then how are you going to serve this week? What are you going to do? How are you going to love people in your family, in your community? And then you guys are dismissed. Come back here if you have a problem getting into those groups, and we'll help you get sorted out, all right? You guys have an awesome night. You guys are dismissed to small groups. Leaders, head that way, and then I'll jump into those groups in just a second. Guys, have an awesome night. Take care. Be safe. Peace. All right.
End the stream.
Don't end the stream because we want to help people get plugged in. But you could go maybe to the Cool Carl video and see if we can get that to play. I'd love that.
All right, I think we're live. All right. Hey guys,
I'm gonna refresh the page.
all right, I think we're live. All right. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to Youth Group. Don't
All right. Yeah, just leave it off. We're just going to hang out here. If
Sixth
people...
grade link didn't work for Eric.
Uh-oh.
Or Maddie and Hannah. Right?
Yeah, it would have been Maddie and Hannah. They should already be in that group.
Actually, that is Eric. There's two Erics on here. I don't want people to know.
So Eric can't get into 6th grade boys. I need to see these comments. I can't see them.
Want me to turn my computer on? Austin wants to know where's the class.
So click in the comments. 6th grade didn't work for me for Eric. The link is in the description.
Ryan says ditto.
Uh-oh. So that's not good. 6th grade boys.
Abram says same.
Uh-oh.
Looks like the boys group is having some problems.
Boys group is having some problems. If you guys click on 7th and 8th grade boys, does that one work for you? Does 7th and 8th grade boys work for you? It says Austin just joined. Rob just joined. I tried to connect with it in the description. Looks like the girls aren't having any trouble, so that's good. Neither work. Oh. Abram joined 7 and 8. So Rob is in 6. Andrea Pingle joined Lightco Boys 6th grade. So try it again.
Did mine work for you?
What's up, friends? Oh, look, there's a lizard. Is anyone in here? There's not an adult in here. Wow, wow, wow. Hang tight, friends.
Josh, would you use words, please?
All right.
Thank you.
Josiah, Josh Carther, Diego. Hang tight, guys. All right, we will be right back. Oh my goodness, so many noises. It won't work, neither work.
It's Josh.
Let me try and share. Yeah, Rob, go ahead and... Oh, there's Ryan Barnes. Hey, Ryan.
Hey, boys. Hey, bro. Hello. Hey, Ryan. How you guys like my,
Can I leave? I'm leaving this place.
Yeah, get out of there. I'm going to check on the girls. Hey, ladies, we doing good?
yeah.
Perfect. I just wanted to make sure everyone got in. It looks like everyone got in. The guys are having some trouble connecting, so you guys are awesome. Carry on. I just wanted to come say hi, and now bye. Close. Sailor's in there. Ryan's in there. Abram got in. Eric, I think we're still waiting on. Eric, did you get in yet? Are you still here? People are having trouble, but then it is suddenly working. So,
Might be an issue of just the app.
to be fair, I can't connect with the girls' links either, so it must be an issue on my end. So a couple people had issues, as you saw in the chat. Abram, aren't you in the group? I am pretty sure you are already in the group, Abram, but you want to be in 6th grade. Are you not in there, Abram? Yes, but it says it an error. Well, that's not good. What's the error say? Eric, if you have another device, maybe try a different. There's an error in the call.
Hey, Coach. I tried.
1, 2,
I
3,
didn't do well.
4, 5,
I was in second
403. Oh, sorry, guys.
I was in second place in the Kahoot. I was in second place most of the time, and then that Don Perry HFP question. I got it.
Oh my god.
The guys over there were really fired up about that Agent P question.
I am too. I'm Googling it.
All right, Eric, I'm going to try clicking on this 6th grade boys link on my end. Choose an account.
He's a bipedal platypus. He has a Wikipedia page.
Abram, are you still having trouble? Abram is in. Okay, that's good. Not Eric Sass. Yeah, I got you. No worries, Eric. I'm trying. Let's see. Let me try and share the link directly with you. I'll text it to you, Eric, okay? Abram! No! Abram, when it goes out for you, what does it say? It says error. Eric, I just texted you, and I texted all the leaders another link to that. Try that one, see if it works or if it's any different. Abram. Try it again, because you're able to get in for a couple of seconds and then it cuts you out. I'm really confused by that.
Is he on a computer or a phone?
Abram, are you on a computer or your phone? Coming from our producer. Abram's in for the time being.
Okay.
Melissa Weiss joined Light Co Boys 6th grade. There we go. I'm assuming that's you, Eric. Let me know if you have any trouble. Abram, I'm going to sign off of here. And then I will be looking to see if we can figure out a better option, because we're having trouble every single week, which isn't my favorite thing. So it's possible we'll swap over to Zoom, which I'm not a huge fan of because of some security concerns, but we'll keep evaluating. We had fewer problems this week than we did last week. Ah, that's a possibility, Eric. Are you able to get in with Melissa's? Are you in now? Sorry, I'm looking up here at the camera and then looking down here for the comments. Looking up here, looking down here. We're getting better at what we're doing, slowly but surely.
Ooh, I might know how to fix it.
What you got over there?
I would need to look at your settings for your Google Hangouts.
Okay. Oh, wrong one. I can't see comments now, so whatever you got over there, read them. Actually, no, I'll take control over here. If you work on that over there.
There's no new ones.
Okay.
I'm just looking at them.
Do. Wow, I'm watching myself on that screen. Everyone's in, it looks like, although there are 6 people watching. I'm watching myself on a live stream from the same computer that I'm streaming from. That's probably just a recipe for disaster, so I'm going to stop doing that.
Maybe I don't want to fix it. I'll have to investigate later.
All right, we'll keep investigating how to make Google Hangouts work. We are going to sign off because it seems like everyone is where they're supposed to be. Reach out to me if you guys have issues, and I will see you guys next week. Take care, guys, and remember to send me ideas for what's in the box. What's in the box? Bye, guys.